Hi, I'm Mariana, one of the Deputy Field Directors here at Move On. Welcome to the Voters Rising Parties. 4 years ago, during the 2008 election, while working as a union organizer, I was sent to Florida to door knock in the Latino community that runs along the I-4 corridor. And I was part of a crucial effort to make sure Latinos got out to vote. I felt proud, knocking on doors, urging other Latinos to make their voices heard, knowing that our vote was crucial to which way Florida would swing. I was raised by a single mother who immigrated from Cuba. She taught me that as a Latina, my vote equaled power for our community. So when Obama stepped up for 1 million dreamers, young people who represent me and the future of my family, I found myself, once again, thinking back to the hundreds of doors I knocked on back in '08 and how I would do it all again to make sure President Obama wins a second term. Move On members like you and me are gathering in living rooms and community centers at hundreds of call parties across the country because we know just how high the stakes are this election season. In the past 4 years, with the leadership of President Obama, we passed Obamacare, ended Don't Ask, Don't Tell, and enshrined LGBT rights as the official position of the Democratic Party. We finally brought the troops home from Iraq, and so much more. So if we want to win, we're gonna have to out-hustle conservatives on the ground and fight even harder than we did in 2008. And here's the good news. We have a plan to do just that. Move On is partnered with the AFL-CIO to create Voters Rising, a program that will generate the largest independent voter turnout in America and get crucial swing state voters to the polls. We'll combine the power of 19 million members with a revolutionary new method of polling and statistical modeling to make canvassing voters more effective than ever before. With our program, one canvasser can now do the work of 5. Together, we'll turn out hundreds of thousands of the crucial progressive voters who won it for Obama in 2008, with a special focus on making sure we reach the rising American electorate, youth, people of color, and single women. These people represent a huge percentage of the votes we need to win. And along with our ambitious calling program, we're fighting back against voter suppression in key swing states like Ohio and Pennsylvania. And we're continuing our successful work to show Americans how Romney and Ryan only represent the 1%. At the end of the day, this election will come down to who can persuade and then turn out the most voters. If we can rally enough volunteers to get people to the polls, we can tip the balance in November and make sure that this election and our government isn't bought and paid for by corporations and the 1%. So we're organizing 5 more weekends of call parties between now and Election Day. But to reach the number of calls we need to win, we need more and more call parties, which means more and more Move On members like you signing up to host. Hosting is simple and fun. Move On will provide you with all the materials and support you need to have a successful party. To sign up to host a party, go to moveon.org/organize/callparty2012. Every party is calling Move On members in battleground states and asking them to volunteer at a local workers' voice office to help re-elect President Obama. Each volunteer we sign up will talk to dozens of potential voters in these swing states and bring us one step closer to winning in November. In his speech at the Democratic Convention, President Obama said, "The election 4 years ago wasn't about me. It was about you, my fellow citizens. You were the change." He's right. We are the change. President Obama won in 2008 because of a massive outpouring of grassroots support, including 1 million Move On volunteers. And he absolutely cannot win again without us. We've got a lot of work to do, but when Move On members come together, nothing can stand in our way. We can win in November, but it's gonna take all of us digging deeper, pushing harder, and doing whatever we can to win this election. Now let's get ready to hop on the phones and make sure that President Obama has 4 more years to fight for the 99%. Thanks, and have a great party.